All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of the Blockbuster Brothers. Today, we are reacting to the Unholy Trinity trailer starring Samuel L. Jackson and Pierce Brosnan. Just watched it. So it's interesting. The director is Richard Gray, who hasn't done a bunch of stuff that I think people would be familiar with potentially. The last movie he made was called Murder at Yellowstone City, and man, a lot of shallow focus in the trailer, big time. That was something I noticed right away. Something also that stood out to me, Brandon Lassard, the younger gentleman in the film, he looked a little uncomfortable, and sometimes that happens in trailers. So I haven't seen his work. Maybe I'm curious to watch it, to delve into maybe and to just understand his performance a little bit more. But right away, that kind of stuck out. But man, I got a soft spot for Western, so I thought it looked solid, and I love Samuel L. Jackson and Pierce Brosnan. So we'll see. What'd you think, Brad?
Yeah, I mean, first off, obviously Samuel L. Jackson, I think in a Western obviously jumps off the page. It's interesting to see him without, not that he hasn't done Westerns without Quentin Tarantino, but something that is kind of my growing gripe about Westerns right now is cinematography is about matching the narrative. And if your narrative takes place in a Western, in not prehistoric, but in 19th century, whatever, earlier on Western, why are we shooting digital? Or at least why are we making it look like it's a digital camera? It just kind of takes me out of it and makes it always feel like cosplay. Seeing just the sharpness of the digital camera with just the roughness of a Western, it just seems like a story that is perfectly suited for a rougher, more textured video medium like film, and if not, maybe just bump up the ISO and get that graininess. I don't need that sharpness, nor do I want that. That doesn't complement the narrative of a Western, and I'm starting to get a little upset about cinematography as of late in this industry. It's about matching a narrative. You don't need to shoot on some 18,000K camera so I can see the boogers in his nose or the blackheads. I don't care. Give me some grain. It's a dirty story. Make it dirty in all aspects about it. I don't want to. I'm tired of these clean cameras. Shoot on your cousin's camcorder if you have to. I mean, it's too sharp. It just doesn't match the narrative. You're in the rugged West and you're shooting on a digital camera. I feel the movie too much. Movies are about invisibility. Dive into it. Get Roger Deakins in there and help out with this, because I think it looks like it's got a lot of potential, but that's just a gripe I have. And again, I'm biased and I'm triggered. I know a lot of people are going to be excited for this just purely based off of the cast alone, and people love Westerns as well. But I'm just kind of craving for that Sergio Leone, Quentin, a little bit more stylized. Let me hear the dirt crunching underneath the leather of the grabbing the pistols out. Western is for art house. I don't want to see, I don't know, some TV real quick, set polished. I want it to feel real. And there's moments where it was throwing a few red flags at me. So I'm not saying no, but I'm not saying yes.
Right. And to your point, Django Unchained, if we're going off of really exceptional Western films, obviously, that had a lot of warm tones in it, right? It had a kind of a more specific film-esque look. This looked very dark. The shallow focus was really shallow, which I think plays to what you're talking about as well. So we'll see how it does. It looks like they spent a good amount of money on this. Certainly, it looks like over 20 million. I think if it's in the $30 million range, it could do well. But if it's a $50-60 million budget, I be curious to see how well they do on the back end. So that's just our reaction, a quick little reaction to the Unholy Trinity trailer. And we appreciate you guys watching and listening to us, yap about the stuff we love. So we appreciate you hanging out.